Here's a tip that can make your vibrato sound better pretty much right away. So I think when you listen to someone that's newer to guitar try to play with vibrato, it'll probably sound something like this. Now, before I say the tip that I wanted to share in this video, just keep in mind that this isn't going to make you a master of vibrato overnight. Vibrato is probably one of the hardest techniques to master on guitar just because there's so much nuance to it, and really there's no substitute for hours of practice. But that being said, give this a try and see if it makes your vibrato just that little bit better. So pretty much what you want to do is, instead of playing a note and starting your vibrato right away like this, instead of doing that, play the note and then wait a little bit before you start your vibrato, like this. It's a pretty small change, but I think it can make a pretty big difference. And just a quick note on why I think this works. So to me, the point of vibrato is to keep a note interesting. So if you have a long held out note that you play with no vibrato, it's gonna sound kind of flat and boring after a few seconds. But with vibrato, you can add some movement to the note, which will make it a bit more interesting once you've already been listening to it for a while. The problem with doing vibrato on a note right from the start is that if it's a long note, it's gonna sound the same the whole time, which is kind of the same problem as just playing a note with no vibrato at all. It's gonna get stale pretty quickly. So by waiting a bit until you start your vibrato, you're gonna make the note sound different over time, and that's gonna be a lot more interesting to a listener. Give this a shot and let me know if you found it helpful.